Well, let's take you to Israel for the latest on the Prime Minister's ongoing visit to that country. Here we are getting the latest visuals from Israel of the Prime Minister along with his host, Mr. Netanyahu, at an exhibition of Israeli technologies. If you're just joining us, we're getting to the latest visuals from Israel of an exhibition of Israeli technologies at which the leaders of India and Israel are inspecting. This is as part of day one engagements of the Prime Minister's two-day state visit to Israel, his second in a decade. And earlier in this day, he addressed the Israeli parliament, becoming the first Indian Prime Minister to do so. Israel, which prides itself as a nation of startups, is showcasing the latest cutting-edge Israeli technologies for the benefit of an Indian audience. And Prime Minister Modi, along with Israel's Prime Minister, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, attending an exhibition of the same in Israel. The event highlighted Israel's pioneering advancement in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, quantum computing and defense technologies, reinforcing deepening bilateral collaboration in high-tech and strategic sectors amid evolving global challenges. Right, so you're watching the continuing coverage here on DD India of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Israel, his second in less than a decade. His first visit to Israel was historic. It was the first ever visit to Israel by an Indian Prime Minister. And on his second visit to Israel earlier in the morning, he held talks with Prime Minister Netanyahu and became the first Indian Prime Minister to also address the Israeli parliament. Just to recap the visuals on your screens, Prime Minister Narendra Modi joining Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at a technology exhibition showcasing how India and Israel can be partners in innovation. The event highlights Israel's pioneering advancements in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, quantum computing, and defense technologies, reinforcing the deepening and broadening bilateral ties in high-tech and strategic sectors amid evolving global challenges. Right, just to recap again for the benefit of viewers joining us from around the world, you're watching the continuous coverage here on DD India of Prime Minister Modi's ongoing visit to Israel. And on your screens are the latest visuals from Israel of the two leaders, the two principals, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Netanyahu, at a technology exhibition that is showcasing how India and Israel can be partners in innovation. The event, as you can see for yourself, highlights the Israeli pioneering advancements in areas such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, quantum computing, and defense technologies. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is on a 2-day state visit to Israel, his second in less than a decade. He has just become the first Indian Prime Minister to address Israel's parliament, known as the Knesset, where he was also awarded the Knesset's honor, a medal, the first leader in the world to receive that award. And here, as part of his engagements on day one of his visit to Israel, he can be seen on your screens along with his host, Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel, at an exhibition showcasing the latest Israeli technologies in diverse areas such as AI, cybersecurity, and cutting-edge defense technologies. The Prime Minister was received at the Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv earlier in the day by Prime Minister Netanyahu and his wife Sarah, following which he was accorded a guard of honor, a ceremonial welcome at the airport, and the two principals held a brief tete-a-tete at the airport lounge before continuing on with their engagements, including, as I mentioned, a historic address to the Israeli parliament, Prime Minister Modi becoming the first Indian Prime Minister to address the Israeli parliament known as the Knesset. In his address to the Israeli parliament, the Prime Minister invoked the 2023 Hamas attacks in Israel. Condemning it, he said that India, as a fellow victim of terrorism, feels Israel's pain and shares its grief.